Hi, this is 2.4 alternating loops, and this is the purple one, the teach section, so brand new for you. So let's dive right into alternating loops. So you kind of know what alternating means. If you don't, you should. It means kind of back and forth. So alternating loops is a loop with a Boolean that switches back and forth between two values. We use this technique whenever you want to go back and forth between doing two different things in a loop. To alternate means to switch between two things. One common use is to make a turn-based two-player game. Every time through the loop, you basically run the same code, but do some parts different depending on which player's turn it is. So, fun stuff. Looks kind of like this. So if turn equals true, while loop, and then turn not true. So there are three things that we need to make an alternating loop. First, before the loop, we declare the Boolean that's going to alternate. Second thing we need to do is a loop. The loop isn't related to the earlier Boolean. Then, at the end of the loop, we use the not operator to make it alternate. Not will swap the Boolean variable to its opposite. So if it was true, it will be false. And if it was false, it will become true. You can then use the Boolean anywhere in the loop to do something different every other time through. Okay? So let's dive right in and make this thing happen. I'm back, which for you means nothing because you've been here the whole time. So let's take a look at the code side of things. So we have a print, who can guess the first number from 1 to 10. Line 9 comment says declare an alternating Boolean called player one turn and set it to true. So the first thing we're going to do here, whoops, clicking on the wrong thing. Sorry about that. We're going to go right at line 11. We're going to go player underscore one underscore turn. And player underscore one underscore turn gets true. And we're going to leave it like that for now. Line 13 says this loop runs until a player guesses correctly. And so at line 14 it says while true. At line 16 it says get input with a prompt depending on the player. And line 22 says end the loop if they guess correctly. Okay, so just kind of browsing down here. If they guess 5, then they win. If they don't guess 5, they don't win. So looks like we're going to be doing some coding here at line 17. So you're going to put your cursor at line 17. Make sure you tab over so that you are in line with the comment at line 16. Let that comment help you out. And so what we're going to type here is we're going to say if player underscore one underscore turn colon. We're going to guess gets integer input, and we're going to say something like player one take a guess. Okay, so we're going to go quotation player one take a guess colon, leave your spaces, double parentheses because we are converting to integer right here, typecasting. All right, that's the first half of the if statement. The second half is an else. So let's think about why I didn't do elif. I could have said if player one turn, elif player two turn. But else takes care of it. Else does anything that is not specifically stated above. So if player one, the only other option we have here is the second player, right? We're not adding in a bunch of players. If we did have like 4 players, I would need some elifs. But for now, we just need an else. Make sure you're tabbed over, and we're going to do the same thing. Guess gets integer, input, parenthesis quotation mark, and this time, whoops, sorry about that, folks. Sorry about that. This time we're going to say player 2, take your guess. So player 2, take a guess. Colon, leaves a space, and double parentheses because they're both integers. Okay? So we're going to, let me think about this for a minute. So we're going to declare alternating Boolean called player 1. We did that right here at line 11. After line 16, we've declared player 1 turn, else player 2 turn. After the comment, make player 1 alternate. Okay, so I'm down here. Okay, so we've got our if here. If they happen to guess 5, it ends and it forces a quit because we got a break there. That's how I know that. And that's fine. Otherwise, down here at line 31, we now have to make it alternate if they're still guessing and they don't have it correct. So right at line 31, I'm going to tab over once so I'm lined up with my comment tag, and I'm going to say player underscore 1 underscore turn equal not player underscore 1 double checking, yep, underscore turn. Okay. Player underscore 1 underscore turn equals not player underscore 1 underscore turn. Okay, and because it's indented, it's part of the loop, which means it'll go back up. Okay, so let's run this and try it out. Now, I already know that the secret guess is 5, so I'm going to guess everything but 5 because I want to test this out for a minute. So I'm going to go run, and player 1 take my guess, and I'm going to say 1. That's not it. Player 2 take a guess. 2. That's not it. Player 1 take a guess. 3. That's not it. Player 2 take a guess. 4. And player 1 take a guess. 5. Bam, you guessed it. All right. It works. It works. So notice what we did here to turn player 1 to false. Because if you'll remember, right there at line 11, we declared player 1 turn to be true at first. So player 1 went first. Then we said not player 1 turn, which means it's the other. If it's not player 1's turn, it's player 2's turn. See how that worked? It's a little confusing, but you got it. All right, that's it. Toodles.